Hey everybody, I'm starting off this project with this pizza pan that I got from Dollar Tree, and I'll also be using Waverly chalk paint in the color crimson. So I just focused this chalk paint all around the edges of the pizza pan. This required one coat, and you want to just allow that to completely dry. Once dry, I actually got this scrapbook paper from my thrift store. So I'm using one of those splatter screens. They also come from Dollar Tree to trace out the scrapbook paper. Once that's traced out, now I'll be using some Mod Podge, and I'm just applying that in the center of that pizza pan. Once the Mod Podge is put down, you then just want to allow that to completely dry. I then just place that scrapbook paper right on top of the dried Mod Podge, put a piece of parchment paper on top of the scrapbook paper, and then I used my mini iron right on top. And what this is doing is it's reactivating that Mod Podge, so the scrapbook paper will adhere right onto it, and it'll also reduce any wrinkles. And once that is set, now I just got this nautical rope from Dollar Tree. So I am just hot gluing this rope all around the inner edge of that pizza pan. I then had stored away this vintage truck from Christmas time. This also came from Dollar Tree. So it did have the words Merry Christmas on it. I just sanded that down. And then I am using folk art chalk paint in the color white to go over the red of the truck. This is also going to be used as a primer. Normally, I don't prime when it comes to chalk paint, but since the Merry Christmas actually created kind of a bump, I wanted to put as much chalk paint over the truck as possible so that way you don't see the outline of those letters. So once the white was completely dry, I then went back over it with Waverly chalk paint in the color Ocean. I did end up doing about 2 coats of this color, and then you want to just allow that to completely dry before moving on. Once dry, I wanted to make the truck look a little bit more weathered, so I just went in with some Waverly Antique Wax. I just applied that all throughout the truck. I then used a clean towel to take off any of that excess. And I also did the same thing to the outer edge of that pizza pan as well. So now using my Cricut machine, I made this vinyl cutout. It says America. This is actually in the font called America. So I just placed that vinyl right down, made sure that it was completely adhered. Once adhered, I then just pulled off that transfer tape, and look at how cute that is. So now to finally cover up that Christmas tree, I am just hot gluing some Spanish moss. You could also find Spanish moss from Dollar Tree. And once that Spanish moss was completely adhered, I got these star decor. These actually came from Michael's around Christmas time. So I'm glad I picked them up when I did. So I just put some adhesive glue with a mixture of hot glue on the back of those and just place those right on top of the Spanish moss. So prior to attaching the truck to the pizza pan, I did just hot glue some of these Jenga blocks you could also get from Dollar Tree. These will just add a little bit more support to the truck. So I then just added some hot glue with a mixture of adhesive glue and then just place that truck right onto the pizza pan. Let that glue completely dry for about 25 to 30 minutes. So now I'm just making a shabby bow using some cut up fabric. So you want to just place the fabric down in a crisscross fashion. You could put as much or as little as you would like. I like to use a zip tie to hold the fabric all together. And once that was complete, I just put some hot glue on the back of the bow and just held that on top of the pizza pan until it was completely adhered. I had so much fun creating this. I hope this inspires you to create your own. If it does, please be sure to sprinkle the love. Thank you so, so much, and I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Thanks. Bye.